Good morning. My name is Katie Ignaton, and I am the Executive Director of Americans Against Abuses of Polygamy. I'd like to welcome you this morning to the very first day of our Bean Fast, and I'd like to explain a little bit about why we're doing this. I am going to personally be eating nothing but beans and water for the next week, and this is basically I have twofold purposes for this. Warren Steed Jeffs is the leader of the FLDS polygamous cult, which is headquartered in Colorado City, Arizona, and Hilldale, Utah. They also have outposts in El Dorado, Texas, in Idaho, and the Dakotas. They are pretty much all over the country in different places. But basically, most of the 10,000 followers of the FLDS are located in Colorado City, Arizona, and Hilldale, Utah, which are twin cities on the border of those two states, Arizona and Utah. It has been approximately a year since Warren Jeffs, from his prison cell here in Texas, where he's serving a life sentence for the sexual assault of children, has ordered his followers to feed their children nothing but beans and water twice a day. They have a giant portion of beans for breakfast with water and a giant portion of beans with water for dinner, and receive no lunch. We have obtained a copy of the menu for this week for the Paulage unit in Palestine, Texas, where Warren is serving his life sentence. It's 99 years plus 20 years, so that's how we come up with life. He's never going to see the light of day out of a Texas prison again in his life. But just like any two-bit crime boss, he still runs things from that prison cell. He is allowed to have visitors, and as long as he doesn't break the rules, he's allowed phone privileges. He has broken rules before, and those phone privileges have been suspended in the past. But apparently he's following them all now, so he is allowed contact with the outside. And I'd like to share with you the menu and what Warren is having for breakfast this morning. Warren's breakfast consists of pancakes, syrup, oatmeal, applesauce, margarine, coffee, milk, and scrambled eggs this morning. Yum, yum. However, the children of the FLDS are enjoying a big breakfast of beans and nothing else. Mine have been made with a little bit of olive oil, water, and salt. And that's basically what hundreds of children across this country are eating every day. What I'd like to ask you to do is share this short video with your friends, with your social media contacts, and let's try and build some awareness of what these hundreds of children are enduring. The adults in the cult who have made the decision to follow his orders and give their children nothing but beans twice a day are allowed to eat regular food. They have been limited on the kinds of food they're allowed to have, but they are still allowed to have meat and dairy and bread. They're getting, a rounded diet, whereas their children are absolutely restricted to the beans and water diet. A couple of months ago, we did manage to rescue one mother. She's quite famous. Her sister, Flora Jessup, had been trying for over a decade to try and rescue her baby sister out of the FLDS, and her dreams finally came true and was able to get Ruby and her 6 children out of Colorado City, Arizona. And the Arizona Attorney General, Tom Horne, is addressing some of these issues right now, and we greatly appreciate any attention he can bring to these matters. One of the things that we noticed with the children right away is that their bowel movements were white, loose, and bloody. Have you ever had a white bowel movement? What on earth might cause such a thing? For every one of these 6 children to be having bowel movements that were white in color, mixed with blood, and loose. They're all okay now. They're on a pretty regular diet, and they're thriving and doing very well. But there are still hundreds of children trapped in the FLDS whose parents are following the orders that Warren Jeffs has given to restrict their diet to nothing but beans. And if you check with any nutritionist, they'll tell you that living on one type of food for long periods of time is certainly not only not optimal, but it is dangerous. And we believe the children in the FLDS are in danger thanks to the actions of their parents following orders and providing this very limited diet. The children won't starve, technically, and a lot of vegetarians live on rice and beans mixed with other vegetables, and it can be done, it can be healthy, but this isn't it. It's not the same thing at all. So we're asking you to share this with your friends, with your family on social networking this week. Please join us in the Bean Fast, even if you can only do it for one meal or one day. Not everyone has to do it all week, like I'm going to be doing it. But we'd like you to share this information, and if possible, bring some pressure on the powers that be in Mojave County, Arizona, and Washington County, Utah, as well as the attorney generals of both of those states, to ask them, what are you doing about the treatment of these children? And this is their parents' choice to do this. It's their choice to follow the orders of a crazed man who is serving a life term in prison for the sexual abuse of children. And obviously the abuse is not limited to sexual abuse. If he can give orders that these children eat nothing but beans and water and work all day, then there's something terribly wrong. If the states, if the counties, if the CPS in those states will not take action to investigate this, will not look into the matter, something is wrong. And we're asking you to help bring attention to that something, which is that hundreds of children are basically being systematically abused by starvation. Because beans and water, although it will keep you alive, is obviously going to do damage in the long run. There is no milk for anyone but infants. That means 2, 3, 4-year-olds who are developing their bones and their brains are getting no calcium at all. I do believe the FLDS is real big on vitamins, so they're probably giving these children supplements. And thank God they're getting vitamin C from somewhere, but no fruit, no juice, no bread, no fresh vegetables. I'm a Southerner and I love beans, so this isn't too hard for me. What I will miss is a little onion with them and some cornbread and maybe some cabbage. Those things are out. The children of Colorado City are not getting those things. The children of the FLDS are being deprived. And we would like the leaders in those states, in those counties, Mojave County, Washington County, we would like you to do something. We would like an investigation into the systematic deprivation these children are enduring for months and months at a time. Also, we know from the children that we got out that not only are they given the huge portions of beans twice a day, but they have to eat every last bean. And if they don't, they are punished. And I'm sure that punishment differs from family to family. All families are different. In one family it may be you don't get any the next day, and in another you might be hit for it. We don't know, and we can't say for sure what kind of punishment the children are enduring if they don't finish them, but we do know they are being punished if they don't finish the large portions that they're given. So please join us. Please share this short video with your friends and family and ask them to help spread awareness and maybe put some pressure on the leaders of these states to pay attention to the abuse these children are enduring. Thank you so very much. And for more information, you can visit our blog spot and see us on Facebook.